Hello, everybody. How are you this evening? I'm wondering how many of my people watching have snow. Boy, the Northeast really got hit hard. Maryland and Virginia, there's a swath that went through that dumped a bunch of snow, and it was like 60 degrees there yesterday. So it was crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, I see I'm up on my computer, so let me get that. Oh, I forgot to turn the sound off. Oh, goodness, hit the wrong button. All right, okay, there we go. All right. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Did you get snow? Hey, Peggy, or did you get, are you free and clear? We had a lot of rain. Oh my gosh, the rain was unbelievable, and wind now. And I keep crossing my fingers that the trees aren't going to come down. Our land, our soil is so saturated, and with wind, pine trees fall off real easy. So I am hoping that we don't lose any trees. It's, hey Barb, it's kind of settled down some. Oh, you always have snow, you lucky girl. I was talking to Jess earlier, and she said the kids went out and they weren't out very long. They came back in freezing and wet. So she says, I think they'll go out later in the afternoon. They went out when it was snowing like crazy, and it's a wet snow, so it's heavy. So a lot of places are now losing electricity because of it. But we're down here and we just get rain and now wind, but I think it's supposed to die down in a couple of hours. So hopefully we won't have to worry about it. It's gusts, and they're pretty, oh my gosh, that's too cold for me. I like snow, but minus 34 is way too cold. Oh, hi, Jean. Yeah, they said, I was watching JB Weather on Facebook, who does that area really well, and he said that St. Mary's City lost electricity, and there were pockets of it all over. It wasn't in any particular order. A lot of it, they said, was because of trees taking down the power lines because they were so heavy with snow. But that's how it goes. Are you excited? Tomorrow, the mini and celebration both start. So you can order from the catalog and get some free stuff. So perfect, perfect, perfect. I have a list ready to go. I have a class later this month that I needed to order stuff for, and I'm going to order it tomorrow and expedite it so I get it really quick, because then I've got to package it up and ship it back out. So I'm excited about this class. It's the New Horizons class, and cute, cute cards. I don't think I have them up here. I was working on, did I bring them up? I was working on the tutorial for them, and I don't think I brought them up. I have two, the intermediate and the advanced. Nope, I'm not seeing it here. I did share them before, but they must still be downstairs. But I have them all done, and I started working on next month. Next month, I'm doing birthday cards, feminine and masculine, and I have the intermediate class already done. So my goal next week is to do the advanced class, and then I'm set to go. I do have my Zoom class Wednesday evening. I have one at 2 and one at 7, and we're going to be doing leaf cards, but they're going to be spring cards using the Glorious Leaves bundle that I used 2 months ago, I think it was. Next month, I will do a Zoom class using the New Horizons paper. All right, are we ready? We've got quite a few people in here ready to go, so let's get started. I'm going to flip this around, so if you get dizzy, close your eyes and don't open until I say so. I have to. All right, come on. Oh no, now I've done I cannot hit that button. Right, there we go. All right. All right, let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, I gotta adjust it just a little. So let's see. Hopefully I didn't go too far. No, not bad, and I think it's straight. All right, so clue 1 was all the supplies that you needed. Is anybody playing along? Let me know as I'm going through this a little bit so that I know whether to keep going or to give you time. So I always post what you need so that you have plenty of time to get it pulled and cut and ready to go. All right, so there's clue 1. All right, so here's that. Now, clue 2. The first thing we're going to do is, in one of the things that you had to have was 3 small images that fit across the neutral strip. I guess I'm going to have to use bullets. That didn't make sense there like that. All right, so we're going to address that small image. If you're stamping your image, you want to pull out that 2 by 4 1/4 piece of neutral DSP, and you want to stamp your images on there. I am using dies to do my 3 images, so I'm going to cut mine out. And I'm using the Brilliant Wings dies, the 2 small dies. Now, I know you're all saying, but we don't have it that way. I had my neighbor next door cut mine apart so that I have just the individual die and not the whole thing. So that's the reason why I have this. And then I'm also using the lacy piece on top. So I'm going to get ready and cut my dies. If anybody's playing along, don't forget to let me know. I know everybody's trying to get back into the swing of things after the holidays, but I didn't think this shook, but it seems to be shaking for some reason. All right, there's one. And I gotta get my lacy one up. All right, there's my lacy one. Now I gotta cut 2 more of each of those. I wasn't going to do this. I was gonna stamp it and then cut it out and then add the lacy piece on top. And I said, well, that is silly. Just cut the butterfly out, which is jumping around on me. So I'll tape him down and add the lacy piece on top. So let me cut my ones out real quick. It won't take me long. And then I'm gonna glue them together. Come back this way. I don't know why that's shaking. My camera is not. Is it shaking on your end? It's shaking in my on my computer, but that could be because of the fact that my computer is on my desk where my Big Shot is. But it may not be shaking where you are, which would be good if it isn't. So, but because I can't tell if it's just my computer shaking or if it is the camera shaking also. So let me know, is it shaking for you or is it just me? Now I am doing a little bit of something different here. I'm going to use another color there. Okay, nobody's commenting. Is anybody here? Are you all gone? Did I lose electricity? What's going on? Say something so I know somebody's here. All right, so there's that. Let me punch these out real quick. And I got to get my little tiny glue bottle because I left it over on the other table where I was using it this morning. And then I can glue all these together. Okay, thanks, Jean. All right. Now, you did see it shake, Michelle. I have to figure out why it's shaking. It's not supposed to, because that's the reason why I have this. I bought an extension, and so my camera doesn't even sit on my table, so I have no idea why it's shaking. Sounds like I need to do some investigating. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Now, I have to tell you guys, if you don't have your glue in one of these little bottles, you need to get one. Just make sure you put your pin back in there, because I'm telling you, they have saved the day for me. All right. And I'm going to put a block on top to hold it in place, because it will move a little while I glue the others, and then we can go from there. I wonder why it's shaking. I will do some investigating and see. At least it's not major like it was before. I hate that shaking, so I knew it. Of course, it could just be me. I don't know if it bothers others or not, but all right. So I've got all those done. So my images are ready. So now we're ready for step clue 3. All right. Use your 2 1/4 piece of neutral paper, which is this one, and emboss with your embossing folder. And I pulled in a new embossing folder that I love. This is the Splatter, and it comes with stripes. It's in the catalog that you can order from tomorrow. It is a smaller die, but I use them on my big things too. And I'm going to flip this over because it's not staying where it's supposed to. All right, so I've got that ready, and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot and emboss this. And remember, when you run this through, you want to make sure that the closed end goes in first, and it's going to pop. Oh, I held it so it didn't pop. When you run this, your embossing folder through, the closed end has to go in first. If you put it in this way, you're going to crack it. I will run it this way also, but it does crack it some, so you have to be careful and not do that too many times. All right, so we've got that piece embossed. All right. Then we're going to add our colored cardstock strip and attach the neutral one to it. So I've got this to go with the colors, and this is going to go on here. And I cut, for some reason, I got cut off. You want to use double-sided tape. I had it on there, and I guess I was editing and edited it out. Okay. Only because when you emboss an image, and I know a lot of you have already heard this, but in case anybody is new and doesn't know, when you emboss a piece of paper, you create valleys and plateaus. And those of you who have been around for a while know what valleys and plateaus are. If you've been out of school for a while, you may need to look it up. And what happens if there's a lot of valleys, there's nothing for the paper to grab onto, because the ink's going to go down in all those valleys. So if you use your tear and tape, or your double-sided tape, Stampin' Up! Sells the tear and tape, but it's just double-sided tape. If you use that, you have a strip of adhesive all the way across. So you know that it's going to stick. And this goes down even on the ends, and you have a little bit of a border, like so. So we've got that one done. All right, clue 5. You want to add your strip, which is this, from step 4 to the card front. And here's my card base. I'm going with a lot of white. I've been into the clean and simple cards lately. I just think they look so much easier, and I don't know about you, but if I have plenty of time to play, I will do a more involved one, but most of the time I don't have that. Here it comes. I don't know. All right, come on. I messed it up. I'm doing something wrong. I'm probably not flicking at the end. All right, now this is going to be just slightly above center. So I'm going to put it like right about there. Like so. All right. There we have it. Now, looks like I've got to do some cutting off because it's even there. And I have a tendency to do that, to cut my pieces just a little bit longer. You know, you got different machines. All right, I use my guillotine and sometimes it slips just slightly. All right, so we've got that. All right, guess what? Now we're going to add our images across the strip with dimensionals. So I'm going to put my blocks all away and grab my dimensionals. And I'm going to flip these over, and I purposely did not stick down the wings because I want to add some motion, or the appearance of motion with that. And I added my dimensional up and down because that'll give it more support. So I'm going to lay these out because I have a feeling I'm going to have to stagger them to get them all on there. Yes. All right, so I'm going to put this one down first. All right. Like so. And then this one's going to go up. That's another reason why I used a different color to kind of set it off. All right. And then that one. All right, so there we have that. And then what I'm going to do is very carefully, I can get my fingernail underneath of it. There we go. I'm just going to pull up on this and this. And then I'm going to do the same with the others. Just because it'll, and then I know that it'll flatten out once I mail it, but it just gives it a little, just a little bit of motion to it. All right. Clue 7, the last one. Stamp your sentiment just below the cardstock strip using your ink of choice. I am using Gorgeous Grape, and I pulled in the Flowing Flowers. This is a new set that's in the mini that goes live tomorrow. And I love the flowers on this, but I also love Just a Note. I use that all the time. And then this one is really cool. Sending a card instead of a text. Cute, cute idea. And then this one I use for the girls a lot. Time for a happy dance. They'll like that. So these have some great fonts in it. And I like that happy birthday. So I'm going to stamp my Just a Note. And I'm going to hope that it's straight. I'll ink it up first and try it out and see. Yeah, okay. If I watch my bottom edge here, ooh, I gotta be careful. Hold on, I gotta clean it. I pushed too hard, and I have a halo, so I wanna get rid of that halo. So I'll go around it and then I'll re-stamp it, because I will get it all over my card. Okay. Now, tap, tap, tap. Better, all right? So now I'm gonna move over top of this so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, sorry, I hit it. Woohoo! there it is. All right. Isn't this a cute card? And so quick and easy. Now, if any of you make this card, make sure you share it with us. It's a, a cute card. It's quick and easy, and it's clean and simple. And I love the way it turned out. I will take a picture and post it tomorrow, only because I take my pictures during the day. But that's what it is. So what do you think? The only thing you have to remember is if you're going to stamp your image, to stamp it before you emboss it. But you don't have to emboss it if you stamp it. You could just use, just stamp your image on there. And instead of the colored background, you could use pattern paper. You could use foil paper. You could use glitter paper. You're not limited to anything with this. And you can use either neutral. I chose white, but you could use ivory, vanilla. I couldn't think. But you can also use a color. You would just have to, like if you wanted to do this in gold or silver for an anniversary, you could just use black or navy or Mary Merlot or Mossy Meadow. So the sky's the limit on this one, guys. All you have to do is decide what you want it to look like, so to speak. So there it is. And I'm not seeing any comments. So, oh, there it is. Thanks, Michelle. I was beginning to think I've lost everybody again. It has a number up at the top that how many people are here. But, if people don't comment, give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, thanks, guys. Of course, and I always forget there's a delay, and I always forget that. I never know how long the delay is. I think it's about 5 seconds. Thanks, Jean. And, I use 3 images, but you could use 1. Thanks, Janice. You could take the dragonfly and just do 1 image on there. So a quick and easy idea, and who wouldn't love to get this in the mail? Oh, you keep freezing? Oh, might be your internet then, because unless everybody else, is anybody else freezing? I have to tell you, I'm exploring looking at a different internet router. I talked to my daughter, and they have a whole house mesh system, and I've been thinking about it because I'm on the opposite side of the house from where the router is, so it's causing issues. But I've had pixelating. Oh, okay, Janice, at least I'm not freezing. I thought maybe it was me. So I have looked into it. It's something that I'm thinking about, only because I think it would help. So, all right, I'm going to get ready and turn this around. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. I used to cover this up, but I can't do it anymore because the way I flip it, it doesn't. There we go. All right. Now, you're never going to believe this. I have my Facebook Live card for Thursday night ready to go. I have my card for Saturday morning ready to go. You have the whole house system, Jean? That's interesting. I'm thinking that it would be a way to go. Then I don't have to worry, with it. I do have issues on this side of the house because my router's on the far side and in a closet. So that doesn't help either. But I'm thinking about it. It's not horribly expensive. And I was thinking that might be the way to go because the routers that the cable company gives you aren't worth 2 cents as far as I'm concerned. But, if you've got several people trying to get on or anything, you can have issues with it. And every once in a while, mine acts up and I have to reset it. Oh, okay. Well, it'll be interesting. Maybe it, because we have high-speed internet here, but who knows? I'm just going to kind of monitor it and see how it goes. So don't forget, if you make a card using the idea from here, share it with us. I'd love to see it. I'm always looking for more ideas. And you can also flip it and have your strip go across this way if you have a larger image you want to use. I just decided to do mine this way. All right, ladies, I'm going to get ready and go because I need to go spend some snuggle time with Bijou. And yeah, well, I wouldn't have that many running, Jean, but you know, sometimes I do have my phone and the TV and my computer going. So I'm going to get ready and go and spend some snuggle time with Bijou. And don't forget, place your order tomorrow if there's anything you want. I've got mine ready to go. So I will see you Thursday night or Saturday, whichever. Bye.